Okay, good evening, everyone. It's 6:30. Calling the meeting to order. Mauricio?
Commissioner Joseph,
Present.
Commissioner Stuyvesant,
Here.
Commissioner Vizcarra,
Here.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Here.
Mayor Svechin,
Here.
all members present, ma'am.
Great. Could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Patricia, will you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance of the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mauricio, do we have an invocation?
He's not here. No, so we can skip it.
Okay. All right, so order of business. We have some changes.
We do, Mayor. So we just have a couple of changes. We're adding on 7A, which is a public hearing to hear the update on the red light camera program. We provided some additional information for items 9J, 9X, 9AD, and 9AE. And there is a add-on request by Commissioner Stuyvesant for a proclamation recognizing National Hispanic Heritage Month. So if we can have a motion first for the add-on item 7A and then the additional information.
How about the combined items?
The combined items, we don't need approval for that.
Okay, all right. Can I get a motion, please? Need a second? All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you. And now a motion for Commissioner Stuyvesant's add-on item.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so we are going to hear now item 7A, which is an update on the red light camera program by the chief.
Okay.
And before Chief, I'm sorry, your opening statement.
Yes,
please.
but I just want anyone in the audience that wanted to speak on these items, so it would be 7A if you were planning to speak on it. Okay, go ahead, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your attendance and thank you for joining us tonight. Before we begin, there are a few important reminders regarding conduct during our commission meetings. Please ensure all electronic devices are turned off or set to silent mode to maintain the integrity of our proceedings. Mutual respect is the foundation of productive discussions. We ask that everyone remain silent and attentive when someone is addressing the commission. Clapping, applauding, heckling, or any verbal outbursts, either in support or opposition of the speaker, are strictly prohibited. Any individual wishing to address the commission must fill out a public speaker's card and submit it to the city clerk before the relevant item is announced. Each speaker is granted a maximum of 3 minutes. Should you exceed this time, the chair will notify you to conclude your remarks. Speak directly to the agenda's points. Remain concise, and avoid redundancy. Should an individual speak without the chair's permission or continue speaking after a warning, they may be escorted out of the chambers. It is essential to avoid making impertinent, slanderous remarks or becoming boisterous while addressing the commission. Such behavior may lead to being barred from future commission appearances, unless the majority of the commission members present vote otherwise. The presiding officer may disallow signs or placards in the commission chamber. Please exit the chamber quietly and without disruption. The goal of our meetings is to facilitate public input and participation. However, disruptive or disorderly conduct hinders our collective objective. Individuals who want to speak on an item on the agenda are asked to fill out a public speaker's card and give it to the city clerk before the item is called. Speakers are asked to speak to the issues, make comments concise and to the point, and refrain from making duplicate comments. All speakers will be limited to 1 3-minute comment per item. If you exceed the 3-minute allotment, the chair will advise you to finish your comment. If you speak out of turn without permission from the chair and/or you do not cease speaking after 1 warning, you will be escorted out of chambers. In order to maintain orderly conduct and/or proper decorum at these meetings, Anyone who interferes with the orderly process of the meetings after a warning may be removed from the meeting and may be barred from further appearance before the City Commission, as permitted in S-286, 0114, FS and SS 74-5 and 74-21 of the City's Code of Ordinances. Any necessary removal will be made at the direction of the mayor and will be carried out by law enforcement or a designated sergeant at arms. It is essential that attendees adhere to these rules of procedure to ensure productive meetings that serve both the public and the City Commission. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
Great, thank you. And I know we mostly only have regulars here, but I just will remind everyone, if you want to speak, please fill out a public speaker card. I will remind you along the way. Everyone, please behave yourselves. We have a lot of important people hiding in the back, our police departments. We want to make a good impression. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so the first item that we will hear is 7A, the annual presentation on the red light camera program.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners, Mr. Manager, and I'm happy to see I have so much support behind me for my annual red light camera program summary report. So as part of the statutory requirements under Florida Statute 316.0083, cities and counties operating red light camera programs are required to present an annual summary report of the to the municipality governing bodies at a regular scheduled commission meeting. The following is the red light camera program annual summary for the listed time period, July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025 for the city of Sunny Isles Beach. The red light camera enforcement program began in the city of Sunny Isles Beach on September 1st, 2024 with the operation of 6 traffic infraction detectors placed at 4 different intersections within the city. Those locations are identified at 193 in Collins Avenue, southbound, 183 Street in Collins Avenue, north and southbound, 159 Street in Collins Avenue, north and south, July 1st, 2020. Start off with the total notice of violations issued are 21,194.
That's a good number.
So go back to the total notice of violations issued was 21,194. Contested notice of violations were 27. 25 of them were upheld, 2 were dismissed. As a reminder, vehicle owners contesting the issuance of a notice of violation are provided with a hearing before a local magistrate. Notice of violations paid, 12,871. Notice of violations elevated to a uniform traffic citation, 7,618. Total revenue collected from payment of the notice of violations paid was $1,738,420. That's $1,738,420. Total revenue collected from the Miami-Dade Clerk of Courts for notice of violations that turned into uniform traffic violations was $102,389.53. Total revenue for both notice of violations and uniform traffic citations was $1,840,818.53. Distribution amounts. Funds distributed to Florida Department of Revenue was $914,245. Total revenue retained by the city minus amount paid to Florida Department of Revenue was $926,573.53. Recommendation Based on the volume of violations and the program's contribution to traffic and pedestrian safety, I'm recommending continuing the red light camera enforcement program. That's the overview.
Thank you. Do we have any public speakers?
We do. Vitaly Falkovich.
My name is Vitaly Palkovich, 9280 Southwest 167 Terrace, Palmetto Bay, Florida. As a visitor here, and it seems like I'm coming here almost every other day, one of the great things about having the red light camera is save lives. Because people have a habit of running the red lights because they're in a hurry, or they're playing with their phone, they're not paying attention to what they're doing. And also, not only is it a safety thing, it also brings them a revenue to Sunny Isle Beach, because there will be great revenue for the local police department based on what they do, giving them ability to get equipment. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments? Go ahead.
I'd like to ask the chief, what happened with the 2,000 violations that, there was, that were not attended to?
Just give me 1 second. You said 2,000?
Yes, there was a 2,000.
Two.
No. No.
I don't see 2,000 on here.
21,000. There was a $2,000 violation difference.
Oh, so it's 21,194 were issued.
Yes.
27 were contested, 25 upheld, and 2 dismissed.
No. Let's go further. Go the ones that were not paid.
They're elevated to uniform traffic citations.
How many?
7,618.
Okay, but there was go further.
Okay, I still don't
There's a
understand what you're asking.
2,000 ticket difference that I noted. What happens when they're not paid and they're elevated, right? And then still they're not paid attention to? What happens?
So the court, it's like missing court. They would suspend your license.
Right.
You get points on your license.
So there are 2,000 of those from the numbers that you read out.
Again, I'm just reporting the statutory requirements, so I don't have that information for you.
Okay, but there was a 2,000 ticket difference.
If you say so. Like I said, I'm not accurate on that. Sorry.
If I think what he's saying is, you said that there was, it's 12,000 plus. So there was 12,000 something, right, paid, right? So there were 2 dismissed and 12,000 something. But I just put 12,000 plus. So more than 12,000 were paid, and more than 7,000 became citations.
Right.
And so he's saying that's 12
From the
plus
21,000
7.
something,
He's saying
there's 2,000 difference.
Jerry, he's saying 12 plus 7 is 19, and the original number was 21, so there's missing 2,000. But maybe in the hundreds, when you add up the hundreds, I think it probably makes up the difference.
But where are they? What happened with those tickets?
Again, I don't have that. I'm not privy to that when it goes to the court system. I'm just reporting the summary to you that I'm required by statute.
Yeah, once they're converted to uniform traffic citations, that's with the courts. We have no control over those.
Okay, but there are that have not been paid and they're in somewhere in limbo.
If they're not been paid, they go through the court system
Right.
at that point. It's out of our hands.
Okay.
And it's going to be less than 2,000 because it's not 12,007. It's like 12,000 plus, 7,000 plus. So in that plus, you make up some of that difference.
Right.
And then
Okay,
in the
so
other
it's-
space, you have the people with a suspended license or whatever happened to them.
Yeah,
You know?
but it was 21,000 plus minus
It was 21,194.
19,000, yeah.
Okay. So, Vice Mayor, did you have any questions or comments? Commissioner Stewart? Anyone else have a question?
Thank you.
Yes, I did, and I can't find it now, because I saw the statistics, I just can't look at them now, but it's the eastbound, the Sunny Isles Beach Boulevard eastbound, it's like run, like like disproportionately more than the others.
Correct. They're almost doubled
Yeah.
that intersection. For some reason, that intersection is proven to have the majority of.
I can tell you why.
One
Because we
second.
need-
Wait, let Commissioner Viscar
We need
finish.
rumble strips.
So I was wondering if we can use that data, now that we have data, and we have like a year's worth, and clearly there's a problem with this light, the visibility, whatever it is, I don't know. But can we use this data to elevate it back to the state and see if,
So absolutely, and actually, the deputy manager can speak on it because she's actually been on this, working on this.
okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Go ahead, Sue.
No, I sent those stats to my contact at FDOT, and they're restudying that area to see
Great.
if there's any further
Well,
improvements
great
they can
minds
do.
think alike, so. All right.
Good. Thank you.
One last comment, and then we'll
I
move on.
believe
We have a
that the
big
issue
agenda.
there is people on their phones coming down the hill, and we need rumble strips at the bottom of the hill, coming off the bridge, to wake the people up, to get them off their phones, so that they're awake to stop at the light.
Chief, or maybe this is for the city manager, I just have one question. A comment, obviously, this is good. You know, we had a lot of concerns, and it turns out our concerns were not validated. We had discussed looking at this to decide if we would potentially add more. Is that still something that you all are thinking about, or do you?
Correct. So we are in the process of adding
Okay.
4 more cameras, 2 more intersections, 174th Street North and South,
Mhm.
and 167th Street, which is north and south, equivalent
Right.
to Sunny Isles Boulevard.
Mhm.
And we're just waiting on the DOT and Miami-Dade County permits and lane closures and so forth. But I'm confident it can start installing within the next month.
Great, thank you. All right, thank you, Chief.
And
Next.
I'm sorry, I had one more question. I love it, and $126,000 that the city keeps. That's before our own expenses, right? Our staff and everything else.
Correct. That's not
But
minus
that's
the
enough to
expenses.
cover, that more than covers our expenses, I assume.
Yes, Commissioner.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next item, Mauricio.
You're welcome.
Next item is, 9A. It's a resolution approving a collective bargaining agreement between the City of Sunny Isles Beach and Dade County Police Benevolent Association.
Again, we moved this item up. If anybody wanted to speak on 9A, just give you a moment to go and fill out a public speaker's card, please. If you wanted to speak. Oh, if you did already, that's fine. I just meant if anyone that was waiting. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. City Manager.
Mayor, if I may, about 4 years ago, this commission directed me that public safety was a #1 priority. Since that time, with the installation of Chief Santiago, we have achieved that goal and more. I wanted to take a moment to recognize you all as elected officials. Through your leadership and guidance, you voted unanimously 5-0 on every public safety item that we've brought to you. In a time where communities were ignorantly defunding the police, we added 18 new police officers in these past couple of years, many of who are here tonight. In the past, police officers were walking away from our police department. Now, thanks to you and Chief Santiago, Assistant Chief Plesa, police officers are running to the City of Sunny Isles Beach Police Department. They want to be part of what's going on here. We are the leaders in law enforcement. This agreement with the PBA solidifies that fact and ensures that our officers are here to stay. I'm proud to be part of them and present this to you for your approval.
Thank you. Mauricio, do we have public speakers?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Stephen Hirsch.
Hi, Steve. Yes, your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. Tonight is a very
Just
positive
your
night.
name and address for the
I'm
record.
sorry, Stephen Hirsch, 17201 Collins.
Thank you.
Tonight is a very positive night for the continued excellence of our Sunny Isles Beach Police Department, as our commission, I believe, is about to approve a new 3-year contract with the Dade County Police Benevolent Association. We're fortunate to have such a great police department that serves and protects our people and protects our property within our city. Our Sunny Isles Police PBA member officers overwhelmingly ratified the new 2025-28 collective bargaining agreement. In my much younger years, as a police officer member of a union, and in later years successfully negotiating as management with state law enforcement special agents, I know how important the evolution and final result of the collective bargaining process is to the success of a law enforcement agency. Congratulations to the member officers in the city for this accomplishment. Related to the new contract, the Commission has many law enforcement resolutions tonight that they will be discussing to improve children's safety, provide additional equipment and training to assist our officers to excel performing their daily responsibilities for protecting life, property, and service. Finally, we must always realize the potential dangers police officers face every day, as was sadly evident yesterday in York, Pennsylvania, where 3 police officers were killed in the line of duty and 2 others wounded and hospitalized. Our elected officials must always focus on maintaining the highest level of safety for all the people of our city and also the safety and protection of our officers. Thank you all.
Thank you. Do we have any other speakers?
Yes, Dana Goldman.
Dana Goldman, 308 Poinciana Island Drive, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, 33160. Just a brief level of appreciation and commendation for the efforts of our city manager and our commission in furtherance of all the hard work and effort and initiative that the prior commission took to bring about what is the accomplishment of today, and in support, obviously, of the CBA and all of the efforts to make security and safety #1 in our city. Thank you.
Any other speakers?
Pedro Janes.
Good evening, Mayor, everyone here. My name is Pedro Orlando Llanes. I live in 17878 North Bay Road, and I'm here to acknowledge our police department. They're doing a great job, and I would like for all of us, to keep them in their thoughts and prayers as they go out every day and risk their lives. So we wish them the best and keep up the good work. We love you.
Aww, thank you.
That's it for speakers.
Okay, we need to have the police here more often. We get more participation. Who would on the commission would like to start? If anyone would like to say a few words, Commissioner Stewart.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you for what you do. I only have one question. When is this agreement going to be signed?
Wait for it to be signed. It'll be approved tonight. It was already ratified by them, so it will be signed before the September 30th.
Okay, perfect. Can we please let us know? I would like to be there when it's gonna be signed here in the 4th floor. We are gonna go to their offices.
Well, tonight you're approving it, so.
My statement is coming, or?
Not this evening.
No,
but
of
after
course,
you
not
approve
today.
It, yes,
Okay,
we will coordinate.
Okay,
I know what you're asking.
thank you. I would like to participate, and thank you guys for all you do, and
we will.
Be safe.
Yes, I would like to thank all of the officers and for the great job that you do every day. You're in mine, my wife's, the commission, everyone that I know, prayers for safety as you do your jobs. And I want to wish you much success with your drone project that is in the works. And we are happy to fund it, and whatever else you need, we're here for you. Thank you.
Vice Mayor?
Yeah, I wanted to thank you, and you're doing a great job. And then also what I enjoy watching is the human side. I see how you get along with the residents. You have that bond, that relationship. So that, believe me, I really appreciate that. So you are doing a great job, from the chief, the officers, everybody. So it's something very commendable. So thank you very much. A big round of applause for you. Thank you.
Commissioner Scar?
And clearly, we appreciate you. I just want to comment on the amazing transformation that the department has undergone under Chief Santiago's leadership through the accreditation process. I think that really took us, we're really next level now. And I can see why other cities are starting to become a little jealous. I'm okay with that. So we will continue to support you, and I think you have a great leader, and you should give him a pat on the back one. Right, that's all. There you go. There's the pat on the back. Okay, thank you so much.
I think they can probably figure out something better than pat on the back.
Wow.
But
the budget.
Yeah, I just very briefly, obviously, thank you. I don't know if we say it enough, so hopefully this is the best way for us to say it. I said this earlier about a proclamation, but this is definitely something this entire commission agrees on unanimously. We don't argue about anything having to do with the PD, and I think that comes from the city management, from your leadership, the way that they stick up for you and fight for you and advocate for you. It comes through, and we appreciate you as a commission. I appreciate you as a resident, as a mom, everything that you've done and everything that you will be doing for us going forward. So thank you. And I know that you guys were hiding in the back, but you still got on camera, just so you know. So, okay, thank you. All right, next item.
We still need a motion.
Oh, yes, I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I thought that was a little obvious, but I guess we need it for the record. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the agenda. Ordinance for first reading. 6A is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 62 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, creating Section 62-3 entitled Definitions to define applicable terms, amending Section 62-5 entitled Establishment of Procurement Director, amending Section 62-6 entitled Unauthorized Purchases, amending Section 62-7 entitled Purchasing Limitations, Effect on Competitive Bidding Requirement, to increase purchasing limitations, amending Section 62-8 entitled Competitive Bidding Procedure, creating Section 62-10 entitled Change Orders, amending Section 62-11 entitled Responsibility of Bidders or Offerers, amending Section 62-12 entitled One Response, amending Section 62-14 entitled Waiver of Competitive Bidding Procedures, amending Section 62-15 entitled Exemptions from Competitive Bidding, amending Section 62-16 entitled Contract Administration, amending Section 62-17 entitled Protest Procedures, and creating Section 62-19 entitled Surplus Property, to authorize the disposal of surplus property, providing for repealer, providing for severability, providing for codification, providing for an effective date.
Okay, Mr. City Manager.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the Commission, I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of this code amendment and the purpose of it. Under your guidance, we established the procurement department, and we broke the procurement department out of finance to better have a set of checks and balances. Our procurement director brought forward this item, who was tasked with making the buying process more efficient. As you know, everything that we purchase for the purpose of the public is approved through our budget. So there's nothing that we're purchasing that you have not seen or approved. Our purchasing department received earlier this year in March, the procurement agency of the year by the co-op. So our purchasing director, being a certified buyer, went through the purchasing code, and this is part of the updates. So there's essentially a summary. There's two ways that we procure things. It's either an informal bid or a formal bid. From the informal bid process, we're proposing raising the limit from 2,500 to 5,000. The majority of the purchases that we're making right now are within this range. So by enabling the $5,000 threshold, it will allow us to be more efficient in our purchasing and buying. As you know, the cost of living, the cost of purchasing, everything has increased. So the formal bidding process, we're proposing to increase the threshold from 50,000 to 100,000. We provided an agenda memo that has a summary of what some of the other cities are doing. For example, in Aventura, their procurement would follow this, which allows purchases up to $100,000. As part of that, in looking back the history, when we first incorporated, the threshold was 10,000, and then it doubled to 25,000, and in 2015 it doubled from 25,000 to 50,000. So we're proposing that it be increased and doubled to 100,000, subject to your approval.
Okay. Do we have public speakers?
We do.
Okay.
Dana Goldman.
Dana Goldman, 308 Poinciana Island Drive, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. When I first read this agenda item, I was somewhat shocked and surprised, and I must say that I do object to this raising the threshold for the city manager up to $100,000. I think it is essentially an abdication of authority on the commission to allow for purchases up to $100,000, which is a very substantial amount of money, to be unilaterally made through the city manager. We have a robust and expansive procurement department who's completely capable of following the protocol, and I believe also that this to absolutely double this amount in a span of 10 years, I think it's unacceptable. I also find that this schedule of procurement thresholds in South Florida agencies is somewhat disingenuous, because if you look at the formal solicitation commission approval thresholds, if you're looking at cities that have it at 100,000, they're 2 times larger in population, 10 times larger, or 20 times larger. Hialeah has, if it has a higher threshold, it has 220 to 240,000 people. Aventura is more than double our city size. The city of Plantation has 100,000 residents or population. Fort Lauderdale, which has that $100,000 threshold, has 185,000 residents or population, and so on and so forth. So for me, there's no reason why a city of this size should be not having the authority vested in the commission and the commissioners and the elected officials to be making those determinations and those decisions about purchases as large as $100,000. It is, in my opinion, an opportunity for corruption.
Okay, thank you. Any more speakers?
Stephen Hirsch. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Anyone else?
Yes, 1 second, Mayor. No, that was it.
Okay. Any comments or questions from the commission? Go ahead.
try to organize my comments. Can you pass this, please? Okay, for the commission. Okay, so I want to start by saying that I trust our procurement department and the staff and the city manager and everybody else, okay? So, however, a few months ago, like you pointed out, the procurement department was created. We have now 3 full-time staff. According to the new budget, it's gonna cost almost $500,000. We have a state-of-the-art new software for the procurement department. So if anything, is very qualified for what they are doing. Again, a small city with 3 full-time employees to do the buying, it is like very healthy. And if it is the case that we need a new assistant for that department to create the memos, etc., I do believe that we are gonna be open to hire new people if that's necessary. However, going through the changes and doing my research, I find out that the best practice says the waivers should be rare, narrowly defined, and reserved for verifiable circumstances. Our 1614 allows waivers that they are too open. They are not even a loophole. It's like a sinkhole. Anything can be there if the only requirement, it has to be recommended by the city manager that it is in the city's best interest to do so. So again, it's something that we cannot measure, we cannot quantify. It's very subjective, ambiguous, and too open. If we continue like that, really, we are reducing our duty of oversight and of course transparency. Then we go to 6215. And we see the long list of exemptions. Not only they're very long as they are right now, which I believe, and my recommendation is to shrink those, but we are opening them. Like, for example, for performing artists, now we're putting performing artists and entertainers and entertainment-related services, including props and decorations, meaning that we are exempting for competitive bidding, even buying balloons or decorations. So that is not best practices. It can, open the door for unethical situations, okay? So doing, like I said, my research, I requested the special event summary, the expenses for the Winter Festival of last year, city concerts, and the city anniversary, okay? So for example, for the Winter Festival, without what we spend in our own people, we spent over $90,000 on that evening. And the feedback was not good. And for example, only in creative, exempt, we have tens of thousands of dollars. For things like lighting, etc., that should be competitive bidding. But now when we go to the city anniversary, it was very interesting, and I got to this because a whistleblower actually asked me to look into this specifically, okay? And we have one contract for $47,000 that was not awarded to the lowest bidder. And here in the notes, it says that the company that got awarded was the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. It was not the lowest quote, however, they are the only vendor who's able to meet the complete scope of work requested. Is the only vendor willing to provide turnkey services and so on. I happened to contact the lowest quote, and the vendor told me that he had submitted a full scope of work, and he didn't get the job. Not only that, this vendor that got it for $47,000, also the same person got another contract for the same event for $16,000 using another company. And those $16,000 were considered creative. And it says here also in the notes, entertainment, creative professional services are exempt under purchasing policies. So now we have here one person who got over $60,000 in one event of the city. And now we are looking to increase those expansions and for this not to be subject to competitive bidding when clearly in the past is being abused. So not only that, also, contrary to best practices is not to have very well defined what is the best interest of the city. It can mean anything to depending who's reading it. Another thing that we don't have is that we don't know the volume of spending under the exempt categories. That leaves us in the dark. We have no idea how much taxpayer money is going or flowing through no competitive channels. I know, and I make a note of what our city manager just said, that everything goes through the budget. It is true, but it's not in detail. It goes in big numbers. 1 million for this, 2 million for that, 5 million for whatever. And for example, today we have here in the agenda book the purchase blanket orders. And that is a perfect example. It's almost $1 million that goes, and now we see here the detail, but it's not detailed in the budget. So when we approve the budget, we don't know this information. And we got a clarification yesterday in the afternoon that if we approve all the changes, if approved, all contracts entered into under the authority of the city manager will be included in the manager's monthly report for full transparency. That should be included as it is, not subject to us approving this ordinance. So my recommendation is as follows. We should not be voting on this. It should be maybe we should have a workshop or get a little bit more information. And in the last page it says we should define what is city's best interest according to best practices in something like demonstrable cost savings, compliance with law, and in absence of alternative. We should maintain the 50,000 threshold. We also should require and change and have an objective criteria for waivers. Waivers cannot be that open like we have it right now. Almost anything right now can waive the competitive bidding. And it should be, like the best practices says, that is limited to emergencies, sole sources, with mandatory post-waiving reporting to the commission. A good example of this is, for example, cybersecurity, software, etc., that it comes to us. We don't know exactly what is it that we're paying, but because of safety and security, we know that that's what we need. So that should be waived clearly. Also, we should narrow the criteria for the exemptions. And whenever those exemptions are being applied, we should get information, analysis, or at least a memo that why those purchases are being exempt. And the last thing is a report and get the information of all competitive and non-competitive awards at least monthly.
Okay. Commissioner Joseph?
So I've stated many times before that the commission does not have enough interaction with the individual departments in order to find out information such as this. And I totally disagree with what the city is trying to have us do here. I know for myself, I was elected in order to gain oversight for the residents, in order to watch the budget and to report any instances that I feel are not accurate or correct, and speak up about those. And this is a perfect example for which I have to also state my opinion that I am totally against raising this threshold, and I can only ask for more oversight instead of less.
Okay, thank you. Vice Mayor? No, go ahead.
So, okay, so I'm still digesting the information, And I understand that cost for everything is going up. Hold on, let me pick up. So cost for everything is going up. What I had been thinking about is perhaps raising the threshold to 75,000, okay? Because I understand that there is a logistical component, there's an administrative component that when these items are put on the agenda, it does take time from staff. You know, they have to dedicate time to putting all this together. Now, we need to remember that we do have a process in place. There's a process, there's a procurement department, and they do their job. Approvals still, even if it doesn't come to us, approvals still need to be made within the city staff, made by the city manager. And they must be communicated to us once they are purchased. So, you know, we got to find a way where perhaps we could raise this threshold a bit to kind of adapt to the times, but still the city manager will keep us informed so there's no misunderstandings or any abuse in the future. So I do not agree with 100,000, but I'll be willing to entertain the 75,000.
Okay, Commissioner Vizcarra?
I actually echo some of what, yes?
Thank you.
Because inflation is real, right? And things don't cost the same today as they cost 2 years ago or 5 years ago or whenever this, when was it 10 years ago that we got to 50,000? So the prices are, it costs more to do just basic things. I do agree with the doubling from 2,500 to the 5,000. I think that jumping to the 100, like I was thinking, it's like, well, we're not Fort Lauderdale, but it's not just the size of the city. We also have to look at the way that we spend. And I don't know how we compare in that way with Fort Lauderdale or some of these other $100,000 cities. I think any increase is an improvement. And if the commission is not comfortable with 100, I would be okay with 75. I do, to address the oversight piece, this commission, this administration is the most transparent that I think any administration has ever been. So I don't share that concern. But I do worry about us using oversight as to micromanage. And then the micromanaging slows us down. And then we have to hear complaints that nothing gets done. So we're going to have to pick a lane and go with it. So I think with regards to the smaller purchases, I don't think $2,500 goes very far. And I would be okay with a middle number like 75.
Commissioner Vizcarra, would you like to make a motion to amend the item?
I'll make the motion. 75, the 5,000 and the 75.
Okay.
But I have more comments. You don't have any comment?
No.
Okay, very interesting because the that contractor that got the two contract is a personal friend of you. And I got information that is because having been friend of the mayor that they got those two contracts. And that's how the whistleblower got to me and told me, look,
okay.
excuse
no,
me,
no, no,
I
no,
have
no,
the floor.
no.
No,
We're
no,
not
no.
going to defame anyone.
This is not defamation.
Yes, this is absolute defamation.
This is not
absolute
defamation. No, I do have the floor, and those are facts.
They are not facts,
those are facts.
Stick to
Same
the item.
person, in the item, same person with two different companies got two contracts that are over $50,000. So obviously something happened there. We can call it transparency, but I don't know how we are measuring that when we are obviously seeing that all those waivers, all those exemptions, they do not come to us. I never worked with any other administration before. This is like the only administration I work with, so I cannot compare clearly, but this is not transparency. And like I said, this is not even a loophole. We are opening a sink hall. We are allowing anything and everything to go through this. I agree that inflation is real. I study economics. So, like I said before, instead of just increasing the threshold, let's put more people to write those memos. And another thing, remember the investments that we are doing in procurement. We have now 3 full-time employees, a state-of-the-art software. That software is powered by AI. So everything is, all the processes are more efficient and faster. This is with the idea of having more oversight and more transparency, not less. And again, this doesn't make any sense when we have here concepts that cannot
Commissioner,
be
you've
that
had
they
the floor.
cannot be
Wrap it up, please.
quantified. They cannot be quantified. Best interest of the city can mean anything to anyone. So how that even is legal that we have that here, city attorney, that we have as the only requirement to bypass a competitive bidding that is in the best interest of the city? Not a sole source, not cybersecurity. What is the meaning or the definition legally of best interest? Because it's nowhere in here. I have that question.
Mr. City Attorney, are you able to answer that question?
Not specifically, although I can say that that language is contained in a lot of different jurisdictions. There has to be some leeway. So, for example, one example is continuity of services. So if you have I'll give you a perfect example of Samson Park with the plumbing. You have a contractor that's installing or removing certain showers, and then you decide to put in new showers. The contractor's already staging, they're already there, they're already, it just makes no sense to bring in a different contractor to do essentially almost the same work in the same location. So you have such things as continuity of services and things of that sort. So can you spell things out a little bit more in your code? Sure, absolutely. You can always do that. But there's always some leeway that city management or the commission has. Because if you recall, you have a lot of items that will come before you as waiver where you decide the waiver based on the threshold. And it's usually you decide whether you waive it or not, same the way the city manager does. And it gives you leeway to consider those things that you can't articulate in your code, every single scenario that could possibly happen that would make sense for you to waive the competitive bidding, where it is in the best interest of the city from a financial standpoint, from a logistical standpoint, from a timing standpoint. So it's very difficult to articulate every single scenario. So that's why you have some language that's more general like that.
Yeah, correct. And that's what I'm saying. The definition, we are creating a new definition area in the chapter 62, and best interest actually is defined in best practice. And it's, like I said, for something that is rare, that is sole source, cybersecurity, etc. Right now, we don't even have a definition. And the only thing I will really request for this commission is to have a little bit of an open mind. Things are not being done the proper way. Right now, you guys have an opportunity. The sad part is that if we approve this with this language, we can bring this the next month and we can read a little bit more, do a little bit more research. We don't have to pass it right now. So just keep an open mind, because what's going to happen is that next year, when you guys are not here anymore, we're going to have to do so much cleanup of the damage that we are doing to our residents by passing things like this. This is just, we are giving an open blanket to do anything they want with the money of the city. That is our number one duty, to prevent this from happening. So like I said, here, the loophole is not even there. We are making the loophole. We are opening this for those friends of some people in power to get contracts. So
okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'd like to say something, but I don't, because I'm looking at some of the exemptions. So I like to have a conversation about the exemptions, right? So obviously there's a few exemptions here. When it comes to artistic services, it comes to performing artists and entertainers. I mean, if I am Colin, right? I'm trying to put myself in those shoes. and or if we're trying to make a contract with a catering company and we know who we want because we like their food. So I'm trying to think how we could perhaps change some of these exemptions, and I want to have an open conversation with staff, you know, with you, city manager and deputy city manager, to see perhaps where some of these exemptions can be revised so there is no suspicion or questioning. And I'd like to hear a little bit from you as to if there's room to like maybe look at some of these exemptions and either strike them or review them, revise them, etc.
Okay, so I don't have a second.
No, but I haven't finished. Like I said.
Wait 1 second. Okay, so I don't have a second, correct?
No.
All right. So the item dies. The item fails. If somebody wants to make a motion for something else. Okay.
So
do I have
deferment, I guess.
Yes. So this would be, well, no, it
I'll
fails.
make a motion to defer. Oh,
Well, you want to make a motion to defer?
yeah, I'll make a motion to defer.
Okay.
Can I
so,
clarify something, Mayor? So just to clarify, Commissioner Vizcarra's motion was to amend the ordinance to 75,000
And 5,000.
and 5,000. So that received no second.
Right.
So we still need a motion
the
to approve
original.
as is, yes.
Okay, so can I get a motion for that? I don't have a motion. You wanted to make a motion to defer. Okay, so I need, so that one failed, so I need it. Does it fail, or could we go with the deferment?
We can go to deferment now.
Okay, do I have a second for deferment?
I have a question. Do we need to defer? Because if he dies, we can have the workshop anyway. Yeah. And it will come back.
Defer it.
You know, if you defer it, you should defer it to a date certain. Since it's an ordinance, you don't have to defer it, it can just fail.
All right,
And
let's just, are you okay pulling your,
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, the same result for me,
all right,
really.
so, all right, do we have consensus for a workshop? Does anyone have,
Yes.
anyone
Sure.
opposed?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go to the next item, but before we do, in the beginning, we play an opening statement. It's meant for the public to remind them of congeniality and basically the way that we behave in this room, and we have respect for this room. It goes for the commission as well. If anyone has any issues with anyone that is sitting on this dais, there are mechanisms in place to deal with that. I will not tolerate anyone defaming anyone up here, including me. Okay, next item, please.
Next item is ordinance for second reading. 8A is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 265, Article 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, entitled Definitions and Rules of Construction, amending Article 7, entitled Zoning Districts, to permit and define certain setback encroachments in the R1 and RTH zoning districts, to clarify residential fencing regulations, to clarify pool safety barrier height requirements, and to revise setback requirements for utility and mechanical equipment, providing for repealer, providing for severability, providing for codification, providing for an effective date.
Okay, Mr. City Manager.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is the second reading of our ordinance that revises setback encroachments, what's allowed and what's not, as was presented by our zoning director at the last meeting.
Okay, do we have any public speakers, Mauricio?
No, ma'am, not for this one.
All right, do I have any questions or comments from the commission?
How does SB 180 play into this?
Go ahead, Mr. City Attorney.
We reviewed the ordinance prior to first reading. We reviewed it under SB 180. There were a couple things that we tweaked and removed. So it was presented to you after we had reviewed it for SB 180. So our position is that all the changes and all that it purports to create is not more restrictive or burdensome than what is already in the code.
So if we pass this as is, and SB 180 is found to go through without opposition, right?
No, SB 180 is already law.
No, okay, so
So
okay,
we
but
reviewed
the
it.
appeal is lost, so then we could be in trouble with this, or no?
No,
It can't
because
be
it
sued?
it complies with SB 180. So it's everything that you're adding in there is more permissive. So before you didn't, so for example, the encroachments on setbacks, you didn't allow them before. Now you are allowing them and defining how so it's more permissive.
Right.
It's
Okay.
not more restrictive, so it complies with SB 180.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I just have a comment. The people from Golden Shores that asked me to vote against this the last time, they contact me again. They said this is so many restrictions with the fences, the trees, etc. It's almost like living with a condo and HOA, so I'm gonna vote.
Okay, Commissioner Joseph, you're making a motion?
I haven't had anyone from Golden Shores reach out to me regarding this, so I would assume that it's not an issue. So I will make a motion.
I need a second, please.
I'll second.
Mauricio?
Excuse me. Vice Mayor Lama,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant,
No.
Commissioner Viscara,
Yes.
Mayor Svechen.
Yes.
The ordinance passes 4-1.
Yeah, and again, for the record, this is much more permissive. All right, next item.
AB is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, creating Article 7 of Chapter 256 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, entitled Speed Detection Systems in School Zones, to authorize the placement, installation, and operation of speed detection systems on roadways maintained as school zones, to establish traffic enforcement procedures when speed detection systems are utilized, and to create hearing procedures relating to school zone speed limit violations, providing for implementation, providing for a repealer, providing for severability, providing for codification, providing for an effective date.
Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the Commission, this is the second reading of an ordinance creating a speed detection system in our school zone.
Great, thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right, have any comments from the commission? I'll take a motion, please.
Motion. Second.
Mauricio?
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant,
Yes.
Commissioner Viscara,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Yes.
Mayor Svechen.
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted 5-0.
Okay, next item, please.
8C is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 14 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Section 14-1 entitled Definitions, amending Section 14-3 entitled Qualifications of Special Magistrates, Appointing and Removal, Compensation, amending 14-4 entitled Powers of Special Magistrate, amending Section 14-6 entitled Enforcement Procedures, amending Section 14-7 entitled Contents and Service of Civil Violation Notice, amending Section 14-8 entitled Civil Penalties, Continued and Repeat Violations, amending Section 14-9 entitled Rights of Violators, Payment of Fine, Right to Appeal, Failure to Pay Incorrect or to Appeal, amending Section 14-10 entitled Scheduling and Conduct of Hearing, amending Section 14-11 entitled Appeal of Order of Special Magistrate, amending Section 14-13 entitled Recovery of Unpaid Civil Penalties, Unpaid Penalties to Constitute a Lien, Foreclosure, amending Section 14-16 entitled Schedule of Civil Penalties and Miscellaneous Fees, amending Section 14-17 entitled Abatement by the City, Recovery of Costs and Expenses, Lien, creating Section 14-18 entitled Settlement Procedures to establish standard procedures for the reduction of fines, liens, and penalties, amending Attachment 1 of Chapter 14 entitled Civil Penalties and Miscellaneous Fee Schedule to conform civil penalties with Chapter 162 of the Florida Statutes, providing for a repealer, providing for severability, providing for codification, providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the Commission, this is the second reading of an ordinance where we've gone in and done a complete overhaul of Chapter 14, which is our code enforcement process.
Thank you.
And if I can just add that at the request of the Commission and Commissioner Viscara, we did make one change between readings with regards to special magistrates, and it's Section 14-3, subsection C, where it now reads that it clarifies that with regards to former elected officials, that it would be Sunny Isles Beach elected officials, and so someone from another jurisdiction that's a former elected official could serve as a magistrate.
Thank you for that clarification. Do we have public speakers?
Yes, ma'am. Stephen Hirsch.
Stephen Hirsch, 17201 Collins. Regarding the comprehensive modification of the code enforcement chapter, there's one section I'd like to speak to. It's 14.6 regarding enforcement procedures.
Put the microphone a little bit closer. Yeah.
Enforcement procedures. And I believe that this is a section that actually will be of great benefit to condominium associations, HOAs, residents, and retail property owners. And it basically deals with the ability to seek an extension of time where being able to cure the violation is impossible due to unforeseen circumstances and various other matters. Normally, as the commission clearly is aware, you have 30 days when you get a WNOV, and then you can request and get up to 90 days. However, if, as in things today with fabrication of special pieces of equipment, mechanicals, and sometimes with supply chain issues, it's impossible to get the particular item that you need to assume compliance within that 90 days. Under the current ordinance, you need to then file for a hearing with a special magistrate and go through the entire process. Back on March 11th, I met with Julio Davila, our code enforcement manager, and we had a discussion where I raised regarding this issue with him and suggested that there would be a modification to be considered regarding the time that is available to be extended by the city. This would eliminate spending time, money from property owners for a hearing, eliminate expenses by the city to have staff and pay a magistrate. And it's just common sense fairness not to punish a property owner for a code violation that they did everything possible to come into compliance. He responded, he agreed, and he would include it or try to include it in an upcoming revision of the code, which is now being considered tonight on second reading. Although I don't know if my suggestion was the actual catalyst for this, it is refreshing for a resident to be taken seriously by the city and their suggestion actually adopted. And I thank the commission for this particular section of the code.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
No other speakers.
Okay. Can I get a motion? Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Mauricio?
Commissioner Stuyvesant? Commissioner Viscara?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama?
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph?
Yes.
Mayor Svechen?
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted 5-0.
Okay, 8D.
8D is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, amending ordinance number 2024-618, approving budget amendment number BA 2425-6 to the city's operating and capital improvement budget for the 2024-2025 fiscal year, authorizing the city manager to do all things necessary to implement the terms and conditions of this ordinance and providing for an effective date.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is a second reading of our budget amendment, which allows us to purchase some ocean rescue vehicles. We also created 2 ocean rescue supervisor positions, allows for the purchase of a parking compliance vehicle and our public works storage shed.
Great, thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right, any questions from the commission? Nothing's changed from the first reading, I'm assuming? I'll take a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Mauricio?
Commissioner Viscara?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama?
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph?
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant? Mayor Svechen?
Yes.
The ordinance passes 5-0.
All right, now we're on to resolutions.
9B is is a resolution approving an agreement with Red Speed Florida to provide and install a speed photo enforcement system.
City Manager? Oh.
Chief.
Hi.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. Just like to start off by saying on behalf of the Police Department, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude for your unanimous vote and continued support. Your commitment to backing the blue sends a powerful message, not only to our officers, but to the entire community. Thank you for standing with us.
Thank you.
So we're seeking approval of vendor agreement with Red Speed Inc. for speed zone camera installation near Norman S. Edelcup School. The police department seeks approval to contract Red Speed Inc. for a speed photo enforcement system near the school to improve safety and automate citations for speeding. The 5-year agreement allows termination with written notice. The contract was procured via piggyback RFP number 005-24 through the Southeast Florida Governmental Cooperative led by the City of Plantation.
That's it. Thank you. We have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right. Any questions or comments from the commission?
I do.
Go ahead.
Chief,
Yes.
I know we spoke about this. I was going through the agreement, and I didn't see what I was hoping to see about maybe I didn't catch it. The way that we did the red light cameras, where like that first year was like a no risk first year because they were. Do you remember?
Correct.
And I didn't see that this was structured that way, but maybe that's the outcome. Maybe I didn't understand it. Can you clarify that for me?
So I believe there is no risk, and there's no monthly fees. It's they take a percentage of the fine.
Okay, so whatever it is, and so we will never be at a loss. Like that's that first year. We won't be at a loss. That's what it was. I couldn't remember how it was, and it was. We just divide whatever it is, and there's no monthly fee. Okay, then it is. It is. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Next item.
9C is a resolution authorizing the Chief of Police, in accordance with the Comprehensive Crime Control Act of 1984, to expend forfeiture funds from the Department of Justice federal forfeiture account to fund a full-time resource sergeant position and to purchase a mobile command center vehicle.
So the police department is requesting commission approval to allocate $633,980.16 in DOJ forfeiture funds for 2 key initiatives. One is School Resource Sergeant Program. Funding will cover the salary and benefits for Sergeant Gonzalez to continue to have her assigned as the School Resource Sergeant at Norman S. Edelcup Sunny Isles K-8. This position supports student safety, educational programs like DARE, and work in partnership with Miami-Dade Schools Police. Estimated cost for her salary and fringe benefits is $215,000. Second is our mobile command center vehicle. It's for purchase of a specialized vehicle from FlyMotion Inc. to serve as a mobile operations hub during emergencies, large events, and tactical responses, not to exceed the amount of $418,980.16, which includes a 15% contingency.
Thank you. Any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any comments from the commission? Take a motion, please.
So moved.
Need a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next item.
9D is a resolution approving an agreement with FlyMotion Inc. for the purchase and acquisition, fabrication, assembly, and delivery of a mobile command center vehicle.
The police department requests approval to use DOJ forfeiture funds to buy a mobile command center from FlyMotion Inc. for up to $418,980.16, including the 15% contingency, using Sourcewell contract number 011223-F Foxtrot El Lima and Mike. The vehicle will support emergency responses, large events, and multi-agency coordination.
Public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments from the commission? Take a motion.
Yeah, I just want, I know it's been on your wish list for a while, so I'm happy to see it. Could you just remind us, just for the listeners, what forfeiture funds is?
Forfeiture funds are monies that we seize from drug dealers. Basically money that we seize from drug dealers. After a process, it's actually a percentage, because it's multi-agencies working together, is awarded to us. So all this is not a cost to the taxpayers.
So we use the bad guys' money to catch more bad guys.
Correct.
Right. So, oh, yeah, thank you. So I'll make a motion.
Thank you. I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item.
9E is a resolution approving a First Amendment to the Master Services Agreement with Axon Enterprises for the purchase of 2 drones as a first responder program and a counter drone defense system.
Okay, as you can see on the screen, drone as first responder and D-drone program purchased from Axon. That's what we're looking to do. In January of 2025, we launched Florida's first autonomous drone responder program with Axon, improving emergency response and beach ordinance enforcement, which you saw literally proof today from a local 10 story and what we did last night. A new proposal aims to add 2 drones at the government center and implement a citywide counter drone system to detect and track suspicious drone activity. The total cost is $1,054,667.20, including a $50,000 contingency funded through the fiscal year 2025-2026 capital improvement projects. The purchase will be made via Sourcewell contract number 101223-A Alpha X-ray in November and paid over 5 years at $200,933.44 annually.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Chief. As I said to you earlier, these drones are going to get so good, they might get too good to get you out of a job. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any comments from the commission?
So originally with the budget amendment, we were told that there would be 1 drone that was eliminated for whatever reason, because I actually got the millage rate lowered. But that happens not to be the case. Is that correct? We're still
Mayor?
going to have 2 drones?
Yes, please, go ahead.
With your proposed cuts, we did eliminate the drone. However, Vice Mayor Lama asked us to find a way to bring it back, which we did.
Great, thank you. I'll take a motion, please.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great, next item, please.
9F is a resolution approving a Second Amendment to the Master Services Agreement with Axon Enterprises for the purchase of a virtual reality training system.
Chief?
The police department requests approval to purchase a virtual reality VR training system for $86,615.68 via a Sourcewell contract. This immersive platform enhances officer readiness through realistic scenario-based training with a focus on discretionary shooting and specialized modules such as autism and counter training. Funds are allocated in the fiscal year 2025-26 capital outlay budget pending final approval.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
And just because we have people in the audience and we normally don't, so I want to repeat that there are agendas at the back of the room if you would like to follow along. Also, the room echoes, so we hear you when you have conversations. And I just want to let you know, we approved the budget this last month, so we don't spend this much money every month. This is just approving everything that was already in the budget. Any comments from the commission?
Yes, I just had a question. I know we've done some training on the premises in the classroom. Everything is behind me, right? I don't actually know where the room is. I always go like this. So is this training to be on the premises, or is this?
Yes, it could be on premises. And what's great about this is we could have autism scenarios, active shooter scenarios, and the virtual reality system can actually give us an actual realistic layout of the school.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Okay, and I just as a comment, I understand that we're going to have some like law enforcement autism training legislation coming our way, so you guys might be ahead of the curve. Which is where we should be.
Good things to come. And once it's finalized, I'm sure we'll bring it to you. But we're looking to, like I said, be the leader when it comes to policing and public safety, and especially when it comes to autism and everything else.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion?
Motion.
I need a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Mauricio, next item.
9G is a resolution approving an agreement with Millennium Products for the expansion of the police department's hyperwall system.
So the police department requests approval to expand its existing hyperwall system through an agreement with Millennium Products, Inc. The expansion will extend visual data sharing capabilities from the communication center to multiple offices, enhancing situational awareness and decision-making during critical incidents. The total cost is $88,288.44, including a 15% contingency, and will be funded through the fiscal year 2025-2026 Capital Improvement Projects Fund, pending final approval. The budget will be made via a GSA contract. The purchase will be made via GSA contract to ensure procurement compliance.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
And just for the benefit of the public, Mr. City Manager, how many cameras do we currently have in the city that those hyper walls see approximately?
A lot.
Okay. All right. All right. Can I get a motion, please?
Wasn't it 50-something?
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item.
9H is a resolution approving a second amendment to the agreement with Waterfield, Florida Staffing to provide school crossing guard services.
The City of Sunny Isles Beach plans to transition its school crossing guard services from Action Labor Management to Waterfield Staffing, both operating as Staffing Connection. The current contract expires October 11th, 2025. The new agreement will piggyback on the City of Miami's active contract, valid through June 2026, ensuring consistent service and unchanged hourly rates. The contract supports deployment of 13 crossing guards and 1 supervisor to enhance pedestrian safety at designated school crossings.
Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Any comments from the commission? Go ahead, Commissioner
I would
Joseph.
like to say for years I've pushed for additional crossing guards to assist not only with school hours, but to assist elderly residents in crossing some of our unsafe streets down Collins Avenue and otherwise. Unfortunately, that is not covered in this, but hopefully in the future we can arrange for something similar.
Okay. Anyone else? I'll take a motion, please.
So moved.
Need a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next item, please.
9I is a resolution ratifying the purchase of 2 2025 Harley-Davidson motorcycles and associated emergency lighting and equipment from Alligator Alley Harley-Davidson.
In December of 2024, a purchase order was issued to Alligator Alley Harley-Davidson. It's 25-00635 for $49,495.68 for 2 motorcycles for the police traffic unit. At the conclusion of the builds, the price of the emergency equipment increased, which brought the total to $53,876.42. The original amount budgeted for the motorcycles was $60,000 for 2 units. We're seeking a ratification of this purchase, which was a piggyback of Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office contract 2024-005, due to the increase, bringing the total over $50,000.
Thank you. Any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any comments from the commission? Take a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item, please.
Again, thank you for your support. Thank you all behind me for being the best residents that I can ever work for.
Aw.
Thank you, Chief.
9J is a resolution approving the renewal of the commercial package policy, workers' compensation, and miscellaneous insurances with Brown & Brown Preferred Government Insurance Trust for the period of October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is our annual renewal of our commercial insurance package that includes property insurance, liability, automobile, and workers' comp. You will see an increase in the workers' comp and vehicle insurance because we have increased our staffing and vehicles.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments from the commission? Take a motion, please.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item, please.
9K is a resolution approving a project agreement with Keith & Associates to provide civil engineering, landscape architecture, and electrical engineering services to design a parking lot on the property located on State Road 826, Service Road.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this allows us to enter into an agreement with Keith and Associates. It's going to design a parking area underneath the overpass on State Road 826 near Bella Vista Park.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments from the commission? Take a motion, please.
Motion.
And you just,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Next item.
9L is a resolution approving an agreement with ETA 5 Systems doing business as ETA Transit Systems for transit asset management and intelligent transportation systems software.
Mr. City Manager? Oh, Deputy Manager?
Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commission. This is a long time coming. We've done a lot of research to find the best solution for tracking our buses, having cameras on the buses, people counters, and an app that is the most user-friendly. And we have finally come to an agreement with ETA by Systems for this service. This contract is for a 5-year term.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
We do. David Virgil.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commission. My name is David Virgil. My address is 17500 North Bay Road, Sunny Isles Beach. I just want to say I think an upgrade to the app has been needed for many years, and I'm glad something's finally being done about it. The current app has shown incorrect times, and the location of the shows have been wrong, so I'm glad that's finally being fixed. And I think that the screens that will be added to the buses will be great for residents to be informed about future events and to know what stops are coming up. They don't have to ask the drivers, and yeah, I think this is a good idea.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments?
I do have a question. Why 5 years if that's the first time we are working with this company for the contract?
Go ahead.
We do have a cancellation clause. However, there is a tremendous investment in equipment to put it on the buses and to get the software programmed. It's actually going to take a long time. We're hoping, sorry, David, but if it's by the end of this calendar year, we'll be lucky. So it's such a major endeavor. It's to our benefit to lock them in for the 5 years, but we can cancel sooner if we'd like.
Thank you. Okay. Take a motion.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item, please.
9M is a resolution approving an agreement with Evron LLC to furnish and install a security access control system for the Government Center Annex.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this allows us to install security access in the annex so our badges will be able to access and control in and out.
Any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments from the commission? Take a motion.
No.
Motion.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next item.
Mayor, we're going to be combining the next 9 items, 9N through 9V.
9N through 9V.
V as in Victor.
Okay, so if anyone wanted to speak on any of those items, please, I'll give you a moment to go and fill out a public speaker card. So 9M through V.
I do have a comment for 9N. We actually do not have the resolution in the book or online. What we have,
I have it.
for 9N, I
And
have,
that's in Nancy? Yeah.
yes, I had the one for Amazon.
Well, it's not downloading now.
Okay. Or let me see if it's N. Yeah, N.
Mauricio, can you check that, please? Okay.
Thank you.
This gives everyone a moment, if you wanted to speak on any item, to please fill out a public speaker card.
Okay, yes, to Commissioner Stuyvesant's point, the incorrect resolution was attached to that item. But the listing, the attachment that's in the book is correct.
Yeah.
So if you'd like, I can briefly read the resolution in its entirety with the whereas clauses. It's fairly short.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, did you want him to read the whereas clauses?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
not for me, no.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to read the titles anyway, so the titles will be correct. So 9N is a resolution approving blanket purchase orders for the purchase of necessary office and other supplies and services from various vendors for fiscal year 2025 through 2026 under $50,000. 9O is a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to purchase necessary office and other supplies from Staples for fiscal year 2025-2026. 9P is a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to purchase necessary supplies and equipment from Home Depot for fiscal year 2025-2026. 9Q is a resolution approving a blanket purchase order with public supermarkets for the purchase of necessary goods and supplies for fiscal year 2025-2026. 9R is a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to purchase necessary office and other supplies from Amazon Business for fiscal year 2025-2026. 9S is a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to purchase necessary janitorial and sanitation supplies and equipment from Miami-Dade for fiscal year 2025-2026. 9T is a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to purchase facility maintenance, repair, and operations and industrial supplies from W.W. Granger for fiscal year 2025-2026. 9U is a resolution authorizing the expenditure of budgeted funds for the purchase of computer workstations and related equipment with Dell Marketing for fiscal year 2025-2026. And 9V is resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to purchase necessary computer hardware and software from Software House International Corporation for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Okay, do we have any public speakers on any of those items?
No, ma'am.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Any comments for the commission? Take a motion. Your second?
Second.
On favor?
Aye.
Okay, next item.
9W is a resolution authorizing the city of Sunny Isles Beach to join an amicus curiae brief in support of the city of Miami in Carranza Apartments LLP versus City of Miami appeal.
Mayor, if I may.
Please.
Yeah, I just want to extend apologies to Commissioner Stuyvesant. She pointed out that she did send me an email regarding this item, and I missed it, so apologies, and thank you for pointing it out. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. City Attorney?
Mayor, as the city manager indicated, this item's been before you previously at a prior meeting. This is the Carranza Apartments versus City of Miami case that where the City of Miami actually prevailed at the trial level after issuance of a 42-page order on summary judgment. It's currently being appealed in the 3rd District Court of Appeal. We've been asked by the City of Miami and the City of City of Miami to join in an amicus brief, which is also being joined by the City of Miami Beach and City of Hialeah in support of their arguments. It deals with the Burt Harris Act. We won't get into all the facts because it's a very long case. It's got a long history. But truthfully, if the 3rd DCA were to reverse it, it would significantly have the effect of impacting cities throughout Florida, or at least in Miami-Dade County, with regards to the Burt Harris Act and expanding the scope of the act way beyond what it was originally intended when it was enacted. So I don't necessarily have a recommendation. I mean, I think here it's permissible and certainly appropriate for you to join if you'd like to. I think it's one of the situations where there may be strength in numbers with regards to the amount of people that join the amicus brief to show support to the court. It's always a debate as to whether that has an impact on an appellate court, but there's no harm in doing it if you all want to choose to go ahead and do that.
We don't have to dedicate any funds to this?
No, it's at no cost.
All right. Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
All right. Any comments from the commission? I need a motion, please.
Question, did we confirm if the Miami-Dade County League of Cities is joining?
No, I don't know one way or the other if they are. I know that they were certainly interested in it. I don't know if the commissioner knows, but
I believe in the last meeting when we were in the Esquadron 49 or something like that, they say it, but I have to confirm. But I'm almost sure because that's when I met them. And
Right,
they
no,
were
I
getting
thought
the
so
support.
too.
Yeah.
I just didn't get to confirm it,
yeah,
and so I have it floating around in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I do believe they did, but we need to confirm, yes.
And understandably, the briefs haven't been finalized yet because the briefing schedule was extended, and dissemination of any drafts would be problematic if they send them to me because they would be susceptible to being discovered by the opposing party. So we don't want to lay the cards on the table for them as well.
So I guess I would move to approve pending final approval by you. Can we
Sure.
do that? Because my concern is the same as, I understand the issue and I would expect that it would unfold the way that we're discussing, but you don't sign things you haven't read, you know?
Correct. No, certainly before I would authorize us joining, the briefs would be read and analyzed. And I have spoken at length to the attorneys that are going to be drafting it. I just don't have a final product yet, but certainly I wouldn't move forward with anything that would be contrary to the city's interests.
Okay.
Make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next item.
9X is a resolution approving the issuance of a proclamation recognizing October 2025 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Commissioner Vizcarra, your item?
So it's pretty self-explanatory. We'd like to present a proclamation to our local breast cancer organization next month. It's
We do this every year.
every year.
Okay. Do we have any public speakers, Mauricio?
No, ma'am.
All right, any comments from the commission?
No,
All right,
and
we
I'll
need-
make a motion.
Mauricio, this is a roll call.
No, this is a voice vote, Mayor.
Voice? Okay.
Okay.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Okay. 9Y is a resolution directing the city manager to raise the flag of Israel on October 7th, 2025 in display of support and solidarity with the state of Israel and its people.
Okay, this is my item. Mauricio, would you mind reading the resolution, please?
Sure, Mayor, if you just give me 1 second.
Thank you. You want me to read it?
I got it. Okay, the resolution reads, whereas the city of Sunny Isles Beach is home to a vibrant Jewish and Israeli community with deep cultural, familial, and historical ties to Israel with our first sister city, Netanya. Whereas on October 7th, 2023, Hamas launched a barbaric, unprovoked attack on Israel, brutally murdering, maiming, and torturing over 1,200 innocent civilians, including women, children, and the elderly, taking hostages, of which 48 remain, and igniting an ongoing conflict marked by unimaginable horror. And whereas this savage assault has profoundly impacted our own community, as many residents have personal connections to those killed, injured, or still suffering, and whereas the City Commission stands firmly with Israel, recognizing its undeniable right to defend itself, as affirmed by the state of Florida and the United States government, and chooses to honor the victims and show solidarity by raising the Israeli flag on October 7th, 2025, declaring unequivocally that city stands on the right side of history.
Thank you. So this is my item, but I believe I probably have support from the entire commission. It's hard for me to talk about this. It's almost 2 years. We've passed many resolutions and proclamations in support of Israel against anti-Semitism, and I think that we need to continue to do that until all the hostages are home, until there's no more anti-Semitism in the world, which it looks like that's regrettably never going to end. We need to come out and support, and we need to speak up. Whenever we have an opportunity, we need to do that. Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments from
I would like to join to be a co-sponsor, please.
Okay. Anyone else want to make a comment?
Yeah, I'll support the item, but as I mentioned in the last commission meeting, I just take a different view, I believe, and I feel very uncomfortable with taking on an issue like this, a tragedy like this, and it adding to our political capital. I don't like that. It makes me very uncomfortable, but I understand this item and I'll support it, but this will be the last time that I vote on anything regarding foreign conflict.
It is always the last time, and it continue coming, and this is symbolic. This is no more the photo op for the campaigning mayor. So this is no more than using the social media and the resources of the city to create a video, to them go in fundraising, to them go in more free trips to Israel, etc. So is using a tragedy in the worst imaginable way possible. I cannot support more photo ops and videos from, again, the campaigning mayor. And this is not correct to be using our community like that. We don't do symbolic things. We do real things. We help our community. We put police in front of all the temples. We do. We put a lot of investment. Even right now, we passed an investment to open a parking space that is going to be helping our Russian community, the Russian Chabad. So more symbolic only for promotion, self-promotion, for Aqualina fundraisings. I'm sorry, I cannot support this.
Thank you. Vice Mayor, do you want to add anything?
No.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
I'd like to say something.
Oh, please, go ahead.
Yes. So this morning I was watching President Trump in England, and he was asked a question by an arbitrary news reporter regarding his stance, or maybe it was Prime Minister Starmer's stance on is the two-state solution in Israel, and it came up regarding President Trump mentioned that he had seen the video and photographs of October 7th, what had been done to children, how they were so mutilated and all. And apparently the correspondent was not very empathetic. In that regard, I would need to say that the support of Israel is more than just, sorry, Commissioner Stuyvesant, but I totally disagree with you. Being a Jewish person myself, what happened on October 7th is totally unacceptable, unforgivable, and we need to do everything we can to recognize the fact that that can never happen again.
May I totally agree with you. As a mom of 3 kids, I cannot try to even to comprehend. This is not the issue we're talking about. I will ask the city manager if we are going to be putting city resources or social media, etc., to be making campaign promotions for the mayor using this tragedy.
Okay.
I hope we don't do that.
The resolution,
we don't do
the
that.
resolution
And
is
that we don't put,
very clear.
I have the floor. I do hope that we don't put city resources to campaign, okay? Because this is what it looks like what we are doing.
Okay, thank you.
So one more thing, if I can say.
One more thing, and then I'm going to have the final word on this.
I am co-sponsoring this resolution, but if I see that the mayor uses this for political reasons, I will absolutely speak up against it. That is not the intent, and I hope she sees it as that. Thank you.
So I just want to say, if you sign a public speaking card, yes, you may speak. I'll let you. You have to write your name. I know that there's a lot of people that have never been here before, so yes, you just fill out a public speaker card. I'm just going to say that I find it reprehensible that anybody would accuse me of using this for political reasons. An opportunity for us to do something to show symbolically something that maybe that has zero resources. We have an Israeli flag, it's putting the flag up so that it tells the entire city, but more so, anyone that drives through, especially on October 7th, that we stand with Israel and against anti-Semitism is the least we can do. The resolution is very, very clear. The resolution just tells the city manager to raise the flag. It hurts my heart that this commission, despite having an opportunity to go to Israel and see these things, they were invited to go to Nova, to go and meet with people. There's always an opportunity. It's never too late. It's never too late to go and connect with what happened, because this is more than just a horrible thing. Horrible things happen all the time. This is, I hate even using the word, but this is the second Holocaust. But Jewish people, this is unbearably painful. And to accuse someone of using it as political capital or for social media is just really, I don't even have a word for it. It just hurts my heart that you all would be so obtuse about this, but that's okay. I get it. I'm not going to change your mind about that. That's fine. So I am going to allow public comment because we do have a lot of people that unfortunately came later, so they did not get the benefit of the instructions.
Well, if I may, okay. So we have also a very good opportunity last month to do something also symbolic, to tell the world that we want the children that are being kidnapped in Ukraine to come back to Ukraine. And you voted against that. You voted. So you're symbolic. I have the floor,
No,
please.
you don't.
No,
I'm
just
not
I
recognizing
do also
you.
have the floor.
You have
So
spoken
you're
enough about this.
symbolic.
Everyone
You're
has heard you.
symbolic. Your symbolic is so. You can choose when to be symbolic. So the children in Ukraine, that you don't care about those, because why? Because the Ukrainian community is not giving you enough money, but the Jewish, yes?
Very,
come on,
very
please.
sad. Very sad.
Come on,
Okay.
please.
So, do we have a public speaker?
We do, ma'am. Ellen Donstan.
Just need to say your name and address for the record, please. And there's a microphone there because the other one doesn't work.
Anything? No,
No,
I
it's
guess
fine.
not. Ellen Dustan, 400 Sunny Isles Boulevard, Sunny Isles Beach. It's a tough subject. I actually was in Israel the summer after October 7th. I went to Nova. I can't even explain how horrible it was. But what I do want to say to Ms. Stuyvesant is when the war started in Ukraine, there were parades around Sunny Isles Beach like it was the 4th of July. And when it's Christmas time, Gateway Park is lit up like a winter wonderland. So how is raising the flag on a day that's so symbolic, maybe not to you, but to many, many of us, how is that any different? And who is using it for political gain? Because the mayor is Jewish? Because you don't like her? I mean, how are those two things even related?
Okay, thank you. Also, just all the comments need to be directed to the chair. Do we have any other speakers?
Vitaly Falkovich.
My name is Vitaly Falkovich, 980 Southwest 167 Terrace, Miami-Dade. As a visitor here, I think one of the reasons why Sunny Isles Beach doesn't have a hate crime is because of the resolution that was brought up by Madam Mayor. And the only way you can keep not anti-Semite away from Sunny Isles Beach is having that kind of resolution. We are not, it can happen to us here, but because of what Madam Mayor doing and what our local police department is doing, the only reason why we're not having that happening here. You got it happening in Miami Beach on more than one occasion. I am proud to be a visitor of Sunny Isles Beach. And I'm proud to have the Madam Mayor that you guys have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do we have any other ones?
Yes, Isaac Feldman.
hello, Commission, the Mayor. I just want to say a few words. In plan
Your
to
name and
speak.
address for the record, please.
Oh, 170 Collins Avenue is where I do business.
What
in
is your
Sunny
address,
Isles Beach.
please?
I do business 170 Collins Avenue, Sunny Isles Beach.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. I didn't plan to speak, but this is heard. What we heard was basically shocking. Okay. Every meeting almost there's personal attacks on specifically on the mayor. Okay. And some of you, Commissioner Silverstein and Commissioner Joseph, you're forgetting your recent election. Okay, well, you were elected by majority of Jewish people in the city, Israeli people in the city, especially you, Commissioner Silverstein. We're all friends. I like everybody, but you constantly,
Isaac, can
and
you
the
please
mayor is
just
not the
address it
only
to me?
one, is a candidate to run for additional term as a mayor. Okay, I know Commissioner Joseph is running and some other ones here, but you're always using your personal platform to attack the mayor. It becomes like a circus. Okay, we're sick and tired in the city, and I live in the city since '91, long before most of you were in the city. I was working with the city mayor and everybody since '97, since it becomes a city. Now is the commission is just, we're shocked. Almost every meeting is a personal attacks on the mayor, okay, by candidates also using their personal platform to attack the mayor for their personal gain, okay? If they cannot do it, they use their family to come to attack the mayor. It's just sick and tired. She's a great mayor. We love her. You may not love her. Maybe you compete with her, okay? But you need to stop with it. You were elected to run the city business. No personal attack for your personal gains. And that's what you do. We're sick and tired from it. I'm talking for a lot of people in the community that I spoke with. Please, let's conduct the city meetings like it's supposed to be, like it was for years, okay? Without attacking every time, every item. You put the mayor in the between. If it's the land, if it's the resolution she put up, we're sick and tired. Please, you're elected, okay? And there is ways if, you go against what you do to lose the seat also. So it's not for forever, okay? So please, we respect all of you. We elected you, but do your job and don't use your platform for personal attacks. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have, please?
I just need
Thank
to
you.
say that I categorically disagree.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other speakers?
There's no other speakers.
Okay, so I need a motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second? Okay,
Second.
second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Commissioner Viscara?
My last yes on a foreign conflict.
Okay, thank you. Next item.
9Z is a resolution directing the city manager to evaluate the feasibility of creating or expanding an economic crimes investigative unit within the Sunny Isles Beach Police Department to address condominium and homeowners association fraud.
So this is my item. So like our city manager said, we are the leaders in law enforcement, and I like that. So I'm gonna read about the memorandum. So this initiative aims to direct staff to establish or enhance a specialized unit focused on investigating condo and HOA fraud, emphasizing how such crimes disproportionately impact seniors and the international community that they don't always understand these laws. Given that at least 97% of residence units in Sunny Isles Beach are part of HOAs or condominiums, residents are uniquely exposed to this risk. The state of Florida, including the DBPR, the Department of Business and Professional Regulation, has failed to provide adequate protection due to the limited enforcement authority, which focus on administrative rather than criminal matters, and lacks teeth to prosecute fraud effectively, often leaving victims to bear costly legal burdens. So with the city's incredible taxpayer for the budget, Sunny Isles Beach can afford to offer this vital service to those who need it most. The outdated excuse that there is nothing we can do is no longer acceptable, actually it's not true, and leadership is both possible and imperative. So the resolution is no more than directing the city manager to evaluate the feasibility of creating or expanding an economic crimes investigative unit within the SIB Police Department for condo and HOA.
Do we have any public speakers?
We do. Dana Goldman.
Dana Goldman, 308 Poinciana Island Drive, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, 33160. I want to acknowledge and support and commend Commissioner Stuyvesant for this important, hopeful initiative that the entire commission will approve. It's very forward-thinking. Our city is 90 to 95% condominium resident focused, and clearly there is a long-standing and systemic problem and challenge and issue of economic crimes and fraud and corruption that goes on in our condominium associations. And that being the case, and again, the operative phrase here is Economic Crimes Investigative Unit, because the reality is when residents in our condominiums in our city, when they have problems and issues, the DBPR doesn't have jurisdiction or the resources or the capabilities to handle economic crimes. And the reality is that at the current level, the police departments don't have the requisite specialization and skill set to really progress and to really handle, process, analyze, and put together these items that will ultimately lead to whether it's an indictment or a prosecution. So the fact that we can have an opportunity to really advance or establish Economic Crimes Investigative Unit will go one step forward in a very, very important and dramatic way towards really protecting and safeguarding the rights of our citizens who live in our condominium focused city. So I want to say this is a great, great initiative, and certainly in our city we should have the resources and the wherewithal and the capability to really put together an economic crimes investigative unit that really can handle and process these issues on behalf of all of our residents. Thank you.
Any other speakers?
Yes, Alan Cole.
And I'm sure a lot of people support this in the audience, right? Hands up. Okay.
Dana.
Alan Call, 210 174th Street, apartment 2311. Absolutely, this is incredible that you're doing this. This is a long time needed. But I would like to say is the police department has been good in the past, and I've had help 3 years ago at a condominium, and if I may say, Detective Mitchell helped us. And frankly, just sometimes it only takes a phone call, and people that are trying to do something, they kind of run real fast when the detective or someone gives them a call. This took a little bit more work, but we were lucky that he spent the time with us. But since then, I've had other condos. I'm on 3 condo boards, and it's they have their hands tied. They're told to first you got to go to the DBPR or first show us proof, show us checks. You bring that to them. Okay, now go to the DBPR. And as they've said, it's unfortunately the DBPR is just a tiny organization in the whole state. It's they just can't do it. So whatever help the city can do would be tremendous, if not a deterrent. It's a deterrent. If people know, if the contractors know, or whoever, board members, if they know there's such a department, watch out. I think it's going to be a nice benefit for the city, and mainly to protect not only the regular citizens, but the gullible ones, the seniors that just, they're helpless. They can't do anything. And they certainly can't hire a lawyer to take care of it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Do we have any other speakers?
No, ma'am.
Any comments from the commission or questions?
Yes.
Go ahead, Commissioner Joseph.
So I've been watching for several years regarding the suffering of condo owners in several buildings I've stated that the DPPR, over years, and with all the changes they've gone through, and the state trying to put money into their organization, but still no teamwork, no personnel. They're just a toothless agency, and I believe that this resolution will help so many residents that have PTSD from assessments, either warranted or not, and I'm for it 100%.
Yeah, and I want to add something else. Like you say, I have many residents coming to my office, sitting down and actually crying, like really crying, for issues with the HOAs and their condo associations. So I do believe that it's time for us to do something. I spoke between yesterday and today to several, actually a few of our state representatives, and they think the idea is fantastic. They do believe if there is one municipality who should start something like this, it should be Sunny Isles, because we do have the resources and because the amount of condo and HOA units that we have in here. And also they told me that if this move forward, they will put appropriations in Tallahassee next year to give us also money for this. So I spoke, like I said, with a few of our state representatives and also with 2 of our senators. So, and they are very excited about the idea of this.
Vice Mayor, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to understand. So obviously we have detectives now, right? I know that they were involved in the one condo where the property manager was arrested. This was a few years ago. So I'd like to understand from a legal standpoint, what is the jurisdiction or the power that our detectives have as of now regarding condos and investigating crimes, and what would this do if we do go ahead and analyze the feasibility of an expanded department or a new department? So I'm just trying to understand this. I mean, I'm in favor of this, but I'm just trying to understand the implementation of it from a legal standpoint. What would we be able to do? What are the limitations, etc.?
Your police department is limited to criminal conduct, obviously. So when you're dealing with assessments, with administrative, even civil fraud, things like that, there's nothing they can do with that. They can only investigate criminal, and it's criminal activity. And it's got to be based upon probable cause. So it's things that are reported to them. They can't proactively monitor condo associations and try to investigate crimes that may be occurring. They have to respond with regards to Fourth Amendment regulations and so on and so forth. So to the extent that it's anything dealing with malfeasance in regards to adherence to Florida statutes with regards to how a condo association is supposed to be run and things like that, they wouldn't necessarily have jurisdiction over that. Certainly the state attorney's office, I believe, has an economics crime unit that deals with that as well. But there would be a limitation there. It would have to be criminal.
Yeah. Now, my question would be, okay, so let's say out of, 100% of the cases where there's, you could say, let's say criminal activity, 20% of those are actual theft from a bank account, writing themselves a check, et cetera, et cetera. What would happen in the case where there's contracts there, and instead of a $5 million assessment, they bump up that assessment to $10 million, and obviously the condo board and the contractors distribute the money, they make a profit from there. Could this new investigative unit go after something like that?
Very difficult to answer because it's an incomplete scenario. There would have to be a lot more facts in order to be determine whether there's criminal activity. That could be in essence of civil fraud. There may not be criminal activity. There could be. It depends how it transpires. There's a lot of ifs there.
I'm just trying to understand. Yeah.
So, they could certainly, if it's reported, they can certainly look at it, but they would be the determinants of whether there's criminal activity that actually violates any law, state law, in regards to whatever activity is being alleged. And that would be their limitation.
Yeah.
They couldn't get involved with, if the assessment's more than they think, you know, if somebody
There's
comes
a
and reports
contract
and
that's
says this
been
assessment is too
hiked up,
high,
yeah.
it really should be lower, they can't do anything with that.
No, but if there's a contract where obviously the price has been bumped up, can our detectives in this new unit go after something like that?
It depends.
It depends. I'm just trying to ask a different way.
No, it's typically that would be a civil matter.
That would be a civil
you'd
matter.
There's a lot of criminal elements. First, it would have to be an absolute law
Because
that
that's
they're
the majority
violating.
of the complaints, and
Right. And most times it'll be a civil, and it would fall within the DBPR
But the
jurisdiction.
DPR, I mean, if it will
I know
fall,
they
and
may
it will stay there.
I know
That's
it
the
may be
problem.
ineffective, but it's their jurisdiction, and you can't necessarily usurp their authority. But it would be on a case by case basis. But again, the overall general advice I can give you is that the police department is limited to criminal conduct that's reported, where there's probable cause to investigate.
Understood. Yeah, I've been involved. I mean, several residents have come to me, and yeah, I've talked to some of our detectives, and they say we need to have basically proof, you know, actual proof where you see a transfer into a personal bank account or some sort of, you know, very blatant criminal activity where, I mean, you cannot deny it.
Right, so
basically.
they would have to have, so for example,
Mhm.
police department, if there's an allegation that maybe there was something with the bank transfer, they couldn't
Mhm.
just go out there and get information on the bank transfers. They have to actually have probable cause of a crime to
Mhm.
begin the investigation, where they can lead into those different types of investigatory tools. But they can just go fishing around and say, well, they couldn't go over to the condo association and just show me your bank account so we can see if there's a crime that's been committed.
Yeah.
So there's various, you know, it's
Okay.
it's not straightforward. It's on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, so well, having said that and having this exchange, yeah, I think we should look into and analyze the feasibility of creating a unit and also determining what powers they will have.
Well, the power, you won't be able to define what the powers they have is to investigate and refer to the state attorney's office criminal conduct. That's all they can do. That's plain simple. There's nothing else to define. There's a million scenarios that could occur with condo associations, a lot of which is regulated by state law, which we don't have jurisdiction over. But to the extent we have jurisdiction on criminal activity, again, it would be, there's really no parameters to set besides the fact that there has to be allegations of a crime and there has to be probable cause that a crime has been committed for them to investigate.
And then from a personnel standpoint, obviously we have our detectives, they would investigate something like this, but also they're investigating other things. So I would wonder if having this unit that's dedicated 100% would yield to more investigations where we could refer to the state attorney. And yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to determine if this is something that would yield results. But yeah, I'd like to go ahead and look into the feasibility of this. I'm just hoping that we could do it and that we would have sufficient powers, or well, not powers, but we would be able to do something about the issue.
The only other caveat I would add is that it would have to be at the direction of the city manager and obviously within the decision of the police chief and his department, because you as a commission cannot direct them to investigate certain crimes. So you can't direct them as to what crimes they need to investigate. So it would have to be a decision by the chief and the city manager.
But if we have this unit and the residents come to this unit and talk to the chief or the detectives, then they would assess the situation and determine if an investigation is warranted.
Correct, like as it is
like
today.
it is
if they
right
pick up
now,
the-
yeah,
right,
like
if they
any
pick up the
other
phone
case
today
that's opened.
and think that something amiss is going on, they'll report it to the police, and then the police will make a determination as to whether there's anything they can do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vizcarra, are you done, Vice Mayor?
I'm done.
Thanks.
Sorry about the length of this,
Commissioner
yeah.
Vizcarra?
So for the next 3 items, for me, I just feel, even though these don't have to be resolutions, don't have to be discussion items, I would have preferred that these were discussion items. because I don't want to be directing the city manager. Again, I feel like we're going into like micromanaging. I feel like we're overstepping a bit here, and I would have preferred these to be discussion items and flesh them out more rather than just take the vote today. I don't know that the police department, that this is a direction that the chief would want to go. I'd like to hear from him. I don't want to be directing from here. These are the kinds of things that I think should be coming in the other direction from them to us. So maybe it's a good idea. I don't know, but I don't want to give the direction. I want it to come. I want the police department to be ready, not for us to push them. And if there's appropriations attached to that, let me see the money first, and then we'll talk.
Wait, Vice Mayor. I want to give everyone a chance.
Yeah, if may I.
You'll go after.
Yeah, the sheriff office. As soon as the sheriff was elected, one of the first things she did was to create a condo and HOA reports unit, fraud unit, etc. So really the idea is to kind of mimic what she has over there in Doral and make it here for our people. I facilitated a few meetings with the sheriff's office officers here in our city, so our senior didn't have to go all the way to Doral. They were kind enough, the officers, to come to Sunny Isles. So, and they tell me they just don't have the manpower. And there are things that are borderline criminal, but they do have subpoena powers. So the idea is like to bring those resources locally so we can translate that and give it to our residents locally. Like I said, we are not creating like nothing new. The laws are the laws. What is criminal, but we need to be a little bit more proactive. And I do believe we have the resources, and like we saw today, anything that law enforcement or PD asks for, we give it to them. This is something that the residents are asking, and we should give it to them as well, because our city functions for them. This is all paid by taxpayer money. So this is, I think, a little bit of a way to give them something back. And again, I don't want to get personal, but I had people, and now one or two, like different groups of people coming and getting so frustrated to the point that they were crying with tears because of these issues, you know? So we can be proactive, and I'm gonna repeat what the city manager said and our fantastic police chief says. We are the leaders in law enforcement. We have the resources for this. Let's at least try to make something for the people.
Commissioner Joseph.
Okay. Yes. So let me just say, I have former experience with working with the county attorney in Rensselaer County, New York. His investigators were working on a illegitimate contractor who had stolen millions of dollars from residents. I was able to have his investigators, I got them in touch with the white collar crime unit of the FBI, and they set up a unit in their department, and I believe it's still functional today. We can do the same thing in our city, working with the city manager and our police chief, with a few of our investigators to have training from the FBI white collar crime unit, where our investigators now might not be trained in certain white collar crimes that the FBI is very adept to looking for and recognizing and going after. And I believe that our police could benefit greatly from having the white collar crime training. And I would like to have our chief and our city manager look into that, if you would.
Vice Mayor, did you want to add something?
No, I think we should investigate it. Obviously, within that feasibility study, take a look at, the budget for something like this, so.
Okay. Anyone else? I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
All right, next item.
Next item is 9A, a resolution establishing the Sunny Isles.
9AA.
9AA, excuse me. A resolution establishing the Sunny Isles Beach Residence Programs Activities Advisory Committee to provide recommendations on city-sponsored sports and recreational programs.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, it's yours.
So we have several committees in the past, and this is something also that the residents are asking for. They want to have a little more of input into the programs, the activities, the sports that come and they're offered to our people. They don't feel, and I agree with that us, the residents, we are part of the decision-making process. And there is a lot of frustration with changes that had happened in the past. So as any other committee, the idea is to each of us to have to appoint somebody so they can meet and they can give recommendations. Clearly, we decide we're going to take or not those recommendations, and the idea is 5 people to work between January to August and to communicate with the staff and the city manager's office to be able to, during the budget process, give their feedback. No more than that, but to allow more transparency, more accountability, to give the opportunity to the people to participate in the process for the programs, activities, and sports that their children and seniors as well are receiving from the city.
Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay, comments from the commission? Commissioner Joseph?
I will pass at the moment.
Okay, Vice Mayor? Questions?
We are still processing. Do you have any comments?
I think there should be a discussion item. I don't think we should be voting on it.
Yeah, I like to have a discussion about this because I think if we're going to bring back committees, I do have other ideas as well. And yeah, I mean, do we want to make it a discussion item now? I mean, we'll have to.
No, we'll schedule it for another time.
No.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Stevenson, are you opposed to making a discussion item for next month?
Well, that's actually what we are supposed to be doing right now here. You know, like you can say your ideas because I will, any committee that is brought to us that makes sense, clearly, I will support. We want the people to get more involved. They need to have a set about, you know, the direction of the city. Like I said before, the city function, thanks to the money, to the taxpayer, the people, is giving to us to run the city. So I don't see, like I said, we had several committees in the past. Most of us were at some point in committees. We learn about the way the city functions by being and participating in those committees. Right now, we have no committees active. I think maybe the historic preservation, I'm not sure, which I think we should have it. But other than that, we are not giving the opportunity to the people to learn about, you know, this process. And that needs to stop. We need to be a little bit more inclusive. So this, I don't see the need for a discussion item because clearly I think that's what we are supposed to be doing here right now. And everybody can say if they are in favor or against and express their why. This is coming from the people. The people is asking for this. I know that we have several parents here right now in the audience that I guess they're shy to talk about this, but you guys asked me to put it on the agenda. I put it in for you guys. So I would like to move this forward. We will have the opportunity to appoint the people by January, I think, according to our code, and then they can start getting together.
Yeah, I think I agree with Vice Mayor. If we're going to bring back committees, we need to have a bigger discussion about it because I'm sure all of us have some sort of feeling about certain committees. But I'll take more input. Go ahead, yeah. Commissioner Joseph, you didn't say anything.
Yeah, so my reservation regarding committees, and I understand the community input, but the committees run for a year. And if there's, I believe that, let's say we're talking about sports and having, let's say, developing Heritage Park or some sports facility. That's something that the commission can do right now. Whereas if it goes to a committee, you're kicking the can down the road for a year, waiting for the committee to come back to us And what is the point? It's just, I haven't had much, I've been on committees myself, but it's just, in order to have progress in the city for residents, the commission should be able to take up these issues and progress further.
Okay, I'll take a motion. I need a second. Okay, the item fails. You're doing second?
No, I don't want it.
Okay, the item fails.
Okay. Can we make it a discussion item? Because I'd like to discuss it.
Well,
Put
we
it
can
on the
next
agenda
month.
next time.
9AB is a resolution directing the city manager to analyze the fiscal impact of increasing the municipal homestead. I apologize, this item is being deferred, correct, Commissioner? Yes, I neglected to mention this at the beginning during the order of business.
So we're now at AC.
Yes.
If I could just add on that item, and I'll be looking into it further. The commissioner and I spoke about it. It's not so much the homestead exemption, but the city of Miami is exploring a tax refund program.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll look into it further and see the legal basis of it and what the parameters are, and then at some point, I guess we'll come back.
Okay, thank you. All right, next item, please.
9AC is a resolution honoring Michael Capone with the key to the city for his invaluable philanthropic contributions through the Global Empowerment Mission.
Mr. Stuyvesant?
I was going to ask Mauricio to read the resolution, but it's very, very long, so I'm not going to do that. But basically, Mr. Capone, he created the Global Empowerment Mission. Recently, also, they hosted an event here in the Marian Towers giving resources to our seniors to get ready for emergencies, especially hurricanes. But basically, he is being on the ground in Ukraine since the beginning of the invasion. He has several warehouses and he's helping there. He's also one of the very few companies, like the Global Empowerment Mission, that is providing also humanitarian help in the conflict in Gaza. So, and like that, he has been impactful with the refugee crisis when we had it in Venezuela, in Haiti, in the 50 states of United States, through several and different type of crises, in Texas with the flooding recently. Right now, they're even giving help to the people to rebuild their businesses and houses in North Carolina after also the hurricane last year. So their impact is tremendous. I've seen it firsthand, and I do believe that he deserved the keys of the city.
Okay. Do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll take comments from the commission or questions.
Yeah, I'd like to mention that I know Michael Capone
I know you do.
as well, and I think you know him too, right? I don't know if you met him. Known him for a while. I mean, and he's incredible. I mean, what his organization is doing is incredible. You see a disaster, an emergency happen, and his teams are mobilized within hours. I mean, in less than 24 hours, whether it's Brazil, whether it's North Carolina, the California fires, he's helping everywhere, whether he's providing food in Gaza, he's providing, camps, whatever it is that people need, he's there. So, yeah, I think that if somebody deserves the key to the city is this gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph, any questions or comments?
No, I just wanted to add that what I like about this recommendation is that there is a nexus with Sunny Isles Beach. Because I recall when we did that this room was full of things, and you remember, like, and they, and they
different food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I like also that there's a connection to the city.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so I do like that, and so okay.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
One second. And what Alex was saying is true. Like, there are only a few dozen people working in this organization. So there is like no bureaucracy. 97 out of every dollar goes directly to the help. So they're extremely efficient, and
Yeah.
exactly they can be within hours, because they don't have to go to all the red tape that the government sometimes has when we have to coordinate multi agencies, etc. So I am really impressed for what they're capable of doing. And yeah, if we only have so many keys of the city to give, I feel very comfortable giving the one I can give to his organization.
Yeah.
Okay, you made a motion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second.
Second, Mauricio?
Commissioner Viscaro,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Yes.
Mayor Svetchin.
Yes.
The resolution passes 5-0.
All right, next item is AD. This one's
AD.
fine.
Is a resolution approving the issuance of a proclamation recognizing September 27th, 2025 as Anthony R. Gomez Day in the city of Sunny Isles Beach.
So this is not a key to the city. This is a proclamation. Representative Fabian Basabi came to me and asked me to sponsor this on behalf of Anthony Gomez, who is retiring after 25 years from the Latin Builders Association. He's a distinguished leader in South Florida's construction industry and a longtime contributor to the growth and development of Sunny Isles Beach. Co-founder of Unitech Builders Corp., Mr. Gomez has led transformative projects that have shaped the city's skyline and strengthened its infrastructure. His dedication to excellence, community engagement, and economic advancement has earned him widespread recognition, including his recent election as the 25th president of the Latin Builders Association. This proclamation would honor his legacy, leadership, and enduring impact on our city and the region. It also reflects the city's appreciation for individuals who exemplify entrepreneurial spirit and civic commitment. Are there any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Comments or questions from the commission? Need a motion?
No, I just, my
Please go ahead.
issue was, like I mentioned in the workshop, is I just didn't, and I did a little digging after, I don't see the nexus with Sunny Isles Beach. I was looking for something, like, I just didn't see it, so I'm gonna be a no on this one. Not that he's not a good person, I don't see the
Sure, no,
connection.
of course, you
Okay?
can vote any way you'd like.
Yeah, same thing. I don't know enough about him, and I was trying to do some research on him, and I don't see the connection. Perhaps next month, after I do a little more learning about him, I'll reconsider. But at this point, I just don't see how this connects with the city. I mean, the previous one, Mr. Capone, I could see that. It's philanthropic. He's helping people, distributing food, different places in the world, etc. And Anthony Gomez might be great, but I need to do some more research on him.
Just for clarification, because we do have a lot of people here, so I'm really happy that we do. We instituted a new policy, whereas in the past we can have proclamations without really discussion. We just do it right then and there. Now, to make sure that whatever proclamations we give, or now the very, very new, which is Keys to the City, everything has a different criteria, just to bring it up to a higher standard so people feel appreciated. So that's why we're having such a lengthy discussion about this. The Key to the City that we just passed for Commissioner Stuyvesant, this is the second Key to the City that we've ever issued, and it's got different criteria. Did you have any questions, Commissioner Joseph?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second? No second? Okay, the item dies. Thank you. All right. Mauricio?
Do we have Ada?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So we have 9E, the resolution approving the issuance of a proclamation recognizing September 15th through October 15th, 2025 as National Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah, I received this request a little bit late from the Miami-Dade County Hispanic Affairs Advisory Board. They sent me actually also the body of the proclamation, and the reason is, like, I'm gonna read it very short. Hispanic Heritage Month honors the rich history, culture, and achievement of Americans whose ancestry traces to Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. The observance begins on September 15 to coincide with the independence of several Latin American countries, actually Mexico, and continues through October 15. if he passes the proclamation, they asked me to let them know, so they will be come to the next commission meeting to receive it. So they had a kickoff event at the county. I believe it was Monday or Tuesday. No, Monday. I was there. Almost every other municipality gave it. I told them next year to tell us in advance because we didn't have the time. So that's it.
Any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Comments or questions?
Yeah, I'd like to add something. I'd like to add Central America to that.
It is here. Is that?
It is Central America's there? I didn't hear you say it. What did you say? Central? Oh, I didn't hear Central. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure. Central and South America.
Okay, good.
El
Thank you.
Salvador is there. Don't
I'll
worry.
make a motion.
Okay, I need a
Central
second.
No,
America,
wait, before we adjourn, I just,
We still
before,
have public comment.
okay.
I'm sorry, I missed the
Sorry.
second.
Wait, I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
But I think.
Wait, hold
Do you
on.
have a comment?
1 second. No, it's
Not about
something
this,
else.
I need to, I don't want to forget to mention something.
Okay.
So
Let's do public comment first.
we're now into citizens forum.
Citizens forum, I mean, and then we'll.
Okay, David Virgil.
And also, because there's so many people here, I do want to recognize that David has not missed any commission meeting or workshop. I think he's got a better attendance record than any of us. So please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commission. My name is David Virgil. My address is 17500 North Bay Road, Sunny Isles Beach. I just want to say I think that the temporary pumping station at 178th Drive and North Bay Road has been efficient to mitigate flooding in the past week. Last week, there was rain every single day, and a corner that usually always floods has not flooded, while the rest of North Bay Road that doesn't have a pump is underwater. My area is like dry, so I want to say thank you for that. I also want to say that anyone can ask for a copy of a recording of the agenda review, because I've noticed some people say that it's like a private meeting or whatever, but I've asked for a recording and I've received it right away, so anyone can get a recording of the agenda review if they miss it or if they just want to listen in. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other?
Vitaly Falkovich.
My name is Vitaly Falkovich, Director 80 Southwest 167 Terrace, Palmetto Bay. One of the things that I think it would be great to have a white collar crime or economic crime is not only that it would investigate HOAs or their financial crimes, it also will help out elderly who been taken advantage of by caregivers or somebody on the phone. It would give it if the detectives could get a training with Miami-Dade County State Attorney's Office, who does have economic crime. They have one of the best economic crimes in the tri-county. I think that would be a great. You have amazing detectives. We have amazing detectives outside. I think it would be great to start a new unit, because being that you guys expanding. And another thing that I want to say, as long as I've been coming in here, I never seen any more somebody that has more integrity than I see in Madam Mayor. And I'm get to travel a lot around the county. And I appreciate this administration for what you guys doing for the city as a visitor that comes in here lately almost every day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Richard Glantz.
I'm not
All right. Is that everyone with you, Richard?
No, I don't know them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Richard, I like your hat.
Okay. Please, your name and address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Richard Glantz, 231 174th Street in Sunny Isles Beach.
If you could just a little closer to that. Thank you.
And I'm Aiden's father. I've lived in Sunny Isles Beach for over 20 years, and Aiden has lived here all his life. He's 10 years old. He has been playing soccer for SIB for over 5 years, and since day one, he has had one coach, Coach Germain. Now, he has had other coaches, but one constant has always been Coach Germain. Even whenever you ask my son who the main coach was, he always said Coach Germain. On the field, the coach always worked with the kids to benefit them, not appease their parent. This is the job of a good coach. When my son first started playing and his shirt was down to his ankles, he spent more time on the bench than on the field. He did not play in all the games, and when he did, it was the last 5 minutes of the game. Did I like this? No. Did my wife like this? No. Did my son like this? He did not care. He was on a team and he played soccer with his friends. At one point, I talked to Coach Jermaine about taking Aiden out of the soccer, take him out of the soccer team. He told me, word for word, don't worry. He will get his opportunity. Just let the system work. So I trusted the coach and I let the coach's system play out. Last year, Aiden played in every single game. He played on the field 95% of the time, and he was even the team captain for most of the games. Turns out Coach Jermaine's system does work. Off the field, Coach Jermaine proved his worth as well. Some time ago, I had a problem with my son's work ethic in school. I talked to the coach about this, and he assured me that he would address this matter. That same day, he went out of his way to meet my son after school and have a little sit-down with him. When my son came home that day, I asked him what the coach talked to him about, and my son told me the coach was upset with him and how sorry my son was that the coach was upset with him. This was due to the amount of respect that my son had for the coach. He was upset because the coach was upset with him. Today, it's very difficult to teach our kids to respect people, to respect parents, to respect police, to respect teachers, to respect adults. Kids today respect an iPhone or an iPad more than anything else. So when we get a coach that has earned the respect not only from our kids, but from us parents as well, this is evident by over the 370 signatures that we received in support of bringing Coach Jermaine back. We need to hold people like Coach Jermaine here, not send them away. I honestly do not understand why we do not bring back Coach Jermaine. The kids want him. The parents definitely want him. He's willing to come back. His track record proves he's the right person for the job. What exactly is standing in the way of...
You can finish. Go ahead.
What exactly is standing in the way of hiring this person back? Is it the small number of parents that do not agree with the way his system works? We have other athletic schools in the area, and they can attend. Nothing is stopping those parents from sending their kids there. Let's stop bending the knee for the small minority that are upset with the way the system works. A famous person once said, "The need of the many outweighs the need of the few." Today, I speak for the many and ask you to please bring back Coach Jermaine.
Thank you.
Julio Gonzalez.
That microphone, please. Your name and address for the record.
Hi, everyone.
You can raise it up.
Yeah,
I can
take it
grab
out.
it. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Julio Cesar Gonzalez. I live in Sunny Isles Beach for the last 6 years. I'm from New York City. I lived there 30 years, Manhattan. And I got 4 beautiful kids. Anyways, I'm going to get to the point. Good evening, every single of you guys. This is now the second time we stand before you asking for your support. What is happening in the athletic department, thanks to the lies of one individual, is unacceptable. It has been more than 5 weeks since Jermaine Barkley submitted his application for the position of athletic specialist, and yet there has been no action. The effect of his absence has been brutal on the program, on the children, and on the trust we once had in the city leadership. You have the opportunity to correct this mistake. However, made the original decision clearly did not fact check the lies that were spread. Let's be clear, the city never issued Jermaine a single write-up. The lack of accountability in this process, combined with the decision to ignore the voices of 370 community members and taxpayers, is nothing less than disrespectful to the people you serve. If you need proof of his outstanding work, look at the survey about the soccer academy program for the last year. In sport, competitive athletes earn the spot. They don't get a point, and they don't lose them only when they are not qualified. Acting in favor of a keyboard terrorist has damaged both the integrity of these programs and the community faith in your leadership. Even more concerning, the city manager has failed to reply to emails requesting meetings or answers. We demand immediate actions. We don't want anybody else. No resume could ever surpass the bond, the connection, the spirit, and the experience that Coach Barkley brings to the community. He is, without question, the MVP of the city staff, the most valuable person the city has had working with our children. If you choose to ignore our claim, rest assumed we will remember at the next election. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Do we have any more speakers?
Patricia Alvarez.
My name is Patricia Alvarez, 18201 Collins Avenue, 401A, Sunny Isles Beach, 33160. When I first moved to New York 7 years ago to the city, Jermaine was the person who took my son, who was having a very hard and difficult time adapting into the school. He took him under his wing under the soccer program. The ability that he has to work and impact every single children in this community is numerous. All the kids that are 17 and 18-year-old playing for soccer and other tournaments, because I'm a soccer mom, he did work with them. This program that we have is amazing for the kids when they are small all the way to 12. When they get a little, it's more challenging and they usually leave the city. But the fact that we are asking, I personally wrote to the city manager a letter asking to reconsider the fact what he have bring into the program, the way that he shaped the program, the position that he's in the office, and all the other activities that he have created for the city of Sunny Isles. And he's building the community. In that park, everybody respect Jermaine. Jermaine create a connection with parents and with the kids to a different level. I think the loss that we're taking him out of this program is on paramount. We should definitely look at all the benefits that one person brings into the community. Like they said, you have over 300 parents who sign a petition, and I'm sure that many received emails too in reference of this subject, and it's just been dismissed. We need to advocate to you guys and see what all the good things. You have to balance what he brought to the community of what you're losing. We don't get too many of these people who really shape the life of youngers, especially in this society with so many youngs have depressions, with so many kids are using drugs, with so many kids are doing things. He managed to keep these kids in shape and to bring a sport as a tool for them to succeed in other things. Please, we ask you to reconsider the position and to consider the fact that he reapplied for the position as far as coming back and bring it back to the city, because I'm sure that that will make many, many households happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joanna Rabinovich.
Johanna Rabinovich, 19111 Collins Avenue, apartment 108, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, 33160. So I wasn't planning on speaking tonight. I was planning on being here in full support of all of these parents. But the reality is that I'm also a mom here, and I have two small kids that are part of this program. And it is incredible, my experience overall with Jermaine. It has been mind-blowing the attention that he's had to so many children of our community. He is someone that really has been able to connect with parents, with children. He may not be perfect, but he probably is our most valuable player here. I have full confidence in our city. I have full confidence in our staff that he will be brought back to our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all, Mayor. No other
Okay,
speakers.
so thank you very much.
Mayor.
I just,
Ma-
no, go ahead, yes, that's
in
fine.
the meantime, Mayor, I just want to caution you.
Just, you could do it right now. You don't need a lot of information.
I just want to caution you that under your charter, this is an issue that you can't deal with. You're
I know.
specifically prohibited from it, and you just have to be careful because it subjects you to removal. So I just want to caution
Okay,
you.
so I'm going to say a few words, and then I want you to clarify that as well. Okay, so I'd like the last speaker first to speak.
And then I have a question for clarification.
Elizabeth
One
Curran.
So we cannot.
Wait. Let it's their time right now.
Okay.
They've all waited. Please, your name and address for the record,
My
please.
name is Elizabeth Teresa. I live in 291 74th Street. I just want to ask you a question. We all know he was handed a resignation. He didn't decide to leave. But I want to know if you have ever received a petition signed for 370 members of your community to bring someone back. I think that's unprecedented, has never happened, and it's something that must be considered. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other public speakers? Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you for your patience and waiting this long, and for those that spoke. I know that it's hard to speak, and normally we don't allow clapping or standing up, but we all here feel your passion, and I want to encourage you to come back for any reason, not just this reason. But I do want the city manager to, and normally we don't respond to public comment, but again, out of respect of the fact that there's so many of you, I want to address this. So if the city attorney could please just clarify the charter.
Yeah, so under your charter, you're prohibited, and I'll read it verbatim so there's no misunderstanding, that neither the commission nor any of its members shall in any manner dictate the appointment or removal of any city administrative officers or employees whom the manager or any of his or her subordinates are empowered to appoint. This is strictly within the purview of the city manager when it comes to the employment, removal, or any aspect with city employees. Any willful violation of this section by the mayor or any commissioner shall be grounds for his or her removal from office by an action brought in the circuit court by the state attorney of Miami-Dade County. So you're precluded from getting involved in any employment matters. It's solely within the purview of the city manager in this case. So I would advise you not to comment or discuss, so it can be perceived somehow as you trying to give the manager direction on how he's supposed to act with regards to this employee. Nor would I would comment and advise the city manager to comment with regards to the employment status or what led to whatever led, because that would be a confidential employment issue.
Have a question?
Yes. So I know for myself and maybe other commissioners, we're not aware of the occurrence here, or I would love to have some clarification, because as the residents are saying, it's unprecedented that you have 380 signatures and so many residents present, where we usually never have anyone, to be perfectly honest. So in that regard, I think, and I know city manager, it's his right, but still, possibly we can have some clarification as to the occurrence, not that we're looking to intercede in any way, but just so we understand why we have so many residents down here this evening voicing an opinion.
And I would just say to that, I know the question is to the manager, but we shouldn't be discussing personnel matters in public. It could disparage the employee it's a personnel matter. These are confidential. You can always speak to the manager individually, and he can explain the occurrence, but I would not do it publicly.
Well, I know that it was mentioned at the last commission meeting that Jermaine has the right to reapply. And I don't know if he's done that or not.
So, wait. We're getting really off.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be
this-
discussing
You
this.
know, we can't. And I'm sorry that you've been heard. Please note that you've been heard. Absolutely, you've been heard. We need to make sure that we follow the law.
I do have a comment. As a resident, I love Jermaine. My children love Jermaine. My 3 kids. And the oldest one is 20, 17, and 6.5. They all have been touched by him, by his heart. So just as a resident, I'm just saying
But
that
again,
I like
I'm
him.
sorry to
That is all I'm saying. I'm not talking about his
but
employment.
You're
or
sitting
that.
up here as a
You can't
commissioner.
just take off your hat and
I
be
get
a
it, but I'm
resident.
not saying anything about his employment perspective or prospective. I'm just saying as my personal experience with him and my children. It's been amazing.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioner Viscar, you had something to add before we adjourn about something
Yes,
else.
so 2 things. First, I know it's not easy to come up here and speak, so, and I'm happy to see that your children get to see you do things that are not easy for you. I'm not speaking to the item, I thought that was very nice. I think that's good. That's nice to see. Okay, I just wanted to mention that, I was contacted by the Pelican Harbor Seaboard Station, and they're inviting us and our residents to join their International Coastal Cleanup Day, which is on Saturday. And I'm gonna try to put out an email about it, but it's International Coastal Cleanup Day, and it will be held on the 20th from 9 a.m. to noon, near the site of their new home. So they have a new location, and it's at 435 Northeast 82nd Street, Miami, Florida. If you want to do some environmental work, some cleanup work, and we do work and sponsor the Pelican Harbor Seabirds, it's something nice you can do with your kids.
All right.
Okay?
Thank
And
you. With that,
that's it. Yeah.
thank you. Meeting adjourned.